Tell me, future boy, who's president of the United States in 1985?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan? The actor? Then who's vice president? Jerry Lewis?
Reagan loved Back to the Future, and the story that we heard was that when the Reagan joke came on, he made the projection to stop the movie, roll it back, and run it again. He laughed his head off. He loved it. So he took it exactly in the right way. It's funny, some people think, boy, you guys really slammed it to Reagan. And we weren't doing it so much as a slam at Reagan as to say, isn't it insane that an actor could become president? Whether you agree with Reagan or not, this is an insane idea. And that's what people would be reacting to. One of the biggest kicks that we got was when President Reagan, at the end of one of his State of the Union addresses, he quoted Back to the Future. He said, "We're taking America back to the future. And as they said in that movie, where we're going, we won't need roads." At that moment, Back to the Future entered a level into the American culture, into the world culture probably, that it'll be there forever. The phrase Back to the Future is something now that shows up in magazines all the time.
The thing I learned about doing the Back to the Future trilogy was that sequels are a very, very tough thing to try to pull off. The problem with doing sequels is that everyone has an opinion. When you're doing a movie that nobody knows what it's about, it's your work, it's your movie, and the audiences accept it with an open mind. But a sequel, everyone is writing their own sequel, subconsciously or even consciously. I mean, everybody has a feeling about what it is that they want to see, and you can't please everyone. I was fortunate that I got into a trilogy situation with wonderful actors. I mean, that was great. I mean, they were just fabulous. The whole group was.
To work with Steven Spielberg, Bob Zemeckis, people of this quality, and a film like this, it was great. We did a lot of sequences where I can't believe I did those things. I can't believe I wiped out on skateboards and was dragged behind cars and was dragged behind horses, and I got hung. Hoverboard stuff had harnesses and stuff on me, swinging me through the air. Now I would look at it and say, I'm not doing that. But when Bob Zemeckis asks you to do it, you do it because you know you're part of something magical.
People have started referring to Back to the Future and all three of the movies as classics. I think we're still too young and the movies are still too recent for anybody to say that they're classics. But watching them again recently, I was very impressed at how well they hold up, particularly in comparison to other movies from around the same time. There's something just very special about this story that everybody can identify with. And that story is a good story. The idea that trying to imagine what your parents were like when they were kids, that just touches everybody, and it's not restricted to one time or another. I would say that the filmmaking, Bob's directing, the acting, all the casting and the characterizations all came together at a sort of a critical mass and a perfect fusion to create something very, very special. Everybody that was making the movie and was involved in it really wanted to be there, really wanted to be doing it, really put 150% into it, and I think that it shows.